This is Frank Islam, Chairman and CEO of FI Investment Group, your host of Washington Current Review, where we interview leading voices from business, from politics that impact you, the viewer. Today, our guest is Sunil Kolhekar. Sunil,
hello, Frank. Nice to meet you.
I haven't seen you for a while. Remember, we used to walk in the neighborhood,
Absolutely.
And I used to see you all the time. So tell me a little bit about yourself and about your company, how things are going. You said you started in 1996.
Yes.
Are you still at it?
Absolutely.
I guess I started in 1994. I sold it in 2007.
Absolutely. So we are a 20-year-old company now. Of course, we started.
What's the name of the company?
The company's name is Creative Information Technology Incorporated.
Sure.
We call it CITI in short.
Okay. And what does it do?
We, of course, do IT services. We started out in IT services business from 1996. We enrolled into the 8A program.
You graduated from 8A?
Successfully graduated in 2008. And since then, we have been operating as a full and open company. And also, not only just doing IT services, but also we have gotten into innovation programs.
Okay, so what is that?
So when I say innovation programs within the company, we started a creative solutions program where we encouraged employees of the company to come and suggest ideas that can become products in the future. So this program was started around 2008, and from this creative solutions program, we have 4 different products right now in the marketplace. Starting out with Manage ID, which is an ICAM based product. This is basically completely enrolling the employee, enrolling and creating a card, PIV card.
What's the PIV stands for?
Personal identification verification.
Okay, good.
And then a completely PKI based verification and authentication program.
Okay.
Plus integration with PACS and LACS.
And what does that mean?
PACS is physical access control systems.
And LACS?
And LACS is logical access control.
So it sounds like you got a product in addition to services.
In addition to services.
And services, mostly your customers are? Which agencies?
Department of State being the largest one.
State.
State.
Yeah.
Housing and Urban Development.
HUD.
Department of Labor. And those are the few customers we have right now.
Okay, so you came from India, like we have a shared history and shared heritage and shared background and shared belief. They're largely
and Ajamgarh as well.
Yes. Oh, you came from the same city. The city I've never lost to love. It shaped my story. And it shaped my journey, determined my destiny.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about 2 things that I'm interested to know. And you came to the United States. Why did you come to the United States? And also, how did you cope the life with the United States after your arrival?
So I came in 1986. And the reason I wanted to come was actually because my wife wanted to pursue a PhD program. And that was the main goal. And
here you are.
She made a pact that if I'll marry you only if I get to go for PhD program in the United States.
Very good.
And I must say she successfully completed a PhD program.
And she works at National Institute of Health?
And she works for NIH, NIAID.
And you took a detour to start a business then?
I, on the other side, always wanted to start a business, and whether it was in India or here.
And why do you want to start the business? Why are you willing to take a risk in your life?
It was always in me that I wanted to lead a small group of people that I can collect the smartest group of people with me and take them forward for a business mission.
And that mission is?
That mission is to innovate, to make life better, to make our customers' life better, to solve the problems. And frankly, why do I lead? Because I come in contact with a lot of people who are smarter than me, who are better than me.
So you're willing to take a risk because of the sheer challenge of starting from the scratch and making it a huge enterprise and making a difference in people's lives and have a strong impact.
I don't know whether I made a huge enterprise,
well,
but good enough enterprise that I can be proud of.
So if somebody, Sunil, wants to start a business in the audience, with a lot of people, younger generations, and they're looking at you and saying, man, I can do the same thing Sunil has done. So tell me, what advice do you have for them?
I absolutely say yes, you can do it as well.
Go do it.
Go do it. Get in touch with me. I can help you help them as well.
Give your name, your email address, as well as your phone number, so people can get hold of you.
Sure. My name, of course, is Sunil Kolhekar. My telephone number is 703-483-4340.
So here you are. If you want to become an entrepreneur, willing to take a risk, venture into the new horizon, experiment new environment, want to become a businessman, entrepreneur like Sunil, you're going to have to go talk to Sunil. Okay, so Sunil, tell me what motivates you to continue on in this journey of a business, and what would you do 5 years from now to make a difference in people's life, and how do you willing to give back to our country and our community when you're successful?
Right. So, of course, the business mission is very straightforward. Innovation, try to make the life of the customers better, continue to make new products that can really spark in the industry.
Sure.
That's my business mission. On the other side, my other mission is, trying to help the community. And one of the causes that I have selected is
that?
ACL.
ACL Foundation.
ACL Foundation.
So, we know Chunjurwala.
Yes.
Somebody came here, Sunil, somebody. And and he talked a little bit about that. They do wonderful things.
Absolutely.
So my question is, America, they provided the opportunity to succeed. So it's time to give back to America. So what are you doing to serve our country and our community, this United States of America, they gave you the opportunity?
Yes, I do support a lot of causes in terms of helping the wounded warrior programs, Marine programs. So those are all at a personal level right now, and I would absolutely like the opportunity to join an organization at some level. The organization that I have joined, ACL, right now is only for India operations.
Yeah.
But I would
India
like
gave you the education, but this country gave you the opportunity.
Absolutely.
I am very, very money.
I'm
very, very grateful to this nation's inclusiveness and openness.
I absolutely agree with you. Without SBA, without organization,
we should proudly and truly embrace the strength and qualities of America.
Yes.
These are the values that binds us together.
Absolutely.
And right now, those values are at stake right now. We should serve our country to build a stronger and fairer, inclusive and open America.
Yes.
You believe in it?
Yes, I do believe. I think this is the only country where one can start a business with absolutely no money in the pocket.
And you are an example of that. And you crossed the Atlantic Ocean to embody the American dream, to achieve the American dream. You want others to achieve the same things.
Yes.
So I love your idea of the ACL Foundations, because they do a lot of things, the digital things and so on and so forth, and trying to get the people electricity, the power, as well as the internet and so on and so forth. What about in our own nation? There's a lot of things we're doing. You talk about the Marine, and they serve our country, and it is our responsibility to make sure we serve them.
You're right.
So what other things do you involve in?
So some of the organizations that I would like to get involved would be helping the patients through our software products that we have developed. We have developed a patient care software product as well.
Okay.
I would like to offer it for grant programs or organization that is trying to collect the data for clinical trials. That
wonderful thing to do. Yeah.
So this product can be offered for clinical trials on a pretty much free basis, and use this product so that it can be tried out, and also at the same time the data can be collected.
So when you collect the data for the trial things, what will be the next step? What's the benefit to the patient is? And maybe hopefully an audience, somebody you can find a patient who will want to embark on this journey as you talked about it.
Right. So I think one of the project that we have is with VCU. Dr. Bajaj is actually working on very critically ill patients in cirrhosis.
And where Dr. Bajaj is located?
He is from VCU, Richmond.
Okay.
And he is doing a research of how to. He's basically trying out different protocols to make sure the cirrhosis patients are not do not come for readmissions again and again. This is reducing the cost, because a lot of times people come in just for readmission within 30 days or 45 days because they don't know exactly what the symptoms are, and they come back to the hospital. Whereas the product that we have developed, the second product that we have developed, Patient Buddy Program.
Patient Buddy Program.
Right.
Okay, so what does it do?
It's a collaboration between the case manager and the patient.
And who's the case manager?
Case manager could be a doctor, could be a nurse.
Okay.
Who's taking care of the patients, and there's a dashboard system that they have, the case manager.
Right.
On the other side, the patients have iPhone application.
Okay.
Where they exactly inform the case manager when they're taking the medications.
Wow.
And as soon as the medications are taken, it is registered in the case manager's dashboard that these patients are green, these patients are yellow, these patients are red. So we can only reach out to the patients that are red, don't have to call everyone. So this is the patient adherence, medication adherence program, nutritional program. This is a product that is applicable not only, of course, here for research and also for collection of data, but also in Ekal Arogya.
Sure. In India.
And in India. And this is what I'm trying to apply to both the continents, both the countries. How can we help them out in developing a program where the patient's health is monitored on a regular basis?
That's a service to our country and our nation, the healthcare. What do you think of Obamacare? Do you think we should get rid of that as a Republican talks about it? Do you think they should repeal it?
So I'll cite you a
because you're in your healthcare business, right?
I mean, so absolutely. I have a son who is younger than 26. He's less than 26.
So he's on your payroll.
He's on.
And he's also
he's on NIH.
right.
Health insurance. Of course, I would like to continue that. I like the fact that Obamacare also no pre-existing
medical conditions. You're right.
But on the other side, I also came across some of the consultants, some of my friends who are consultants, who basically said that the premiums of Obamacare have gone up very high.
So the insurance cost is high.
Exactly. So bottom line is it has to be made better.
How do you reduce the cost then?
I think from my perspective, the medical pharmacy costs are very high.
Okay. So it wouldn't make a difference whether the cost is high and now whether we have Obamacare or not, correct?
It won't make a difference, right?
It probably wouldn't.
Right, absolutely not.
But it had made a lot of impact because of the fact that 20 million people have signed up. So how can you get rid of the 20 million people saying you cannot have healthcare business tomorrow, right?
I would like to have universal health care, but I'm not the one who's deciding that.
Of course not. But this is America, and we all have input into the process.
Yes.
This is a democracy. And democracy flourishes when everybody gets engaged and involved in the process.
Absolutely right.
So tell me a little bit about what changes would you like to see in terms of the modification to make it better, to make it more cost effective, the Obamacare, also known as the Affordable Care Act.
Right, absolutely. So
Obama loves you. That's the reason it's called Obamacare. He does care.
So of course, one of the products that we have, we all know there are so many hospital systems.
Okay.
And they are all merging and getting acquired. At the same time, the changes are happening in the hospital system so fast, but still we are not at a stage where if I'm going from system to system, I should be able to see the record at different stages.
That's a good point.
We have a product for that.
Okay. So
there's another product that we have is called Integration Buddy, which connects the data from different EHR systems.
Okay.
So we are helping a lot of hospital systems right now to be able to get the data from multiple EHRs into one consolidated EHR, or we also use the same product to be able to connect radiological lab to the physicians or the payer systems as well. So this Integration Buddy product is basically ETL, extract, test and load, transform and load, and creating a data retirement solutions or transforming over the data to the main EHR systems. So I think by using such product, you can eliminate a lot of costs associated with IT, because right now when all these merger acquisitions are going on, people are spending a lot of money in small EHR systems in licensing cost.
Right.
We consolidate all that, we help them build a data retirement solution.
Data retirement system.
Data retirement.
So that means you can retire with
can,
dignity and honor?
The reason is you still need to keep the data for 20 years, like 25 years. A lot of times, beyond 5 years, the data doesn't need to be active right away.
That's a true statement.
But you can connect through, whether it's an Epic system or a Cerner system, you can have a link to that data.
Right.
And that is what we are providing.
Do you have a lot of customers who wants to buy this kind of product? And if so, who are those your customers?
We have definitely a lot of hospital systems who are very interested.
The private hospitals?
Private hospital
Okay.
systems.
But not the Health and Human Services interested in it?
I think
Or the CMS?
I think it's a very relevant product for them as well, but it's a very big leap forward for us to come from a commercial product right now, which is in healthcare, to suddenly go into CMS,
Sure.
To DHA or to VA. We are definitely making steps, but we know that these steps are going to take some time.
But you have taken the first step to talk to the hospitals.
We are trying to move through commercial systems, right? Because
so-
it's a faster closer in commercial world.
So Sunil, if I interview you 4 years from now, I hope we have an opportunity for you to come back in 2 years from now. What would you be doing at that time with your company if you don't get a chance to sell it and get a payday?
So 4 years or 5
You will
years from
continue
now,
on those products, obviously.
I would of course continue to make each
make
of the
it better,
product
make it better.
I am definitely trying to create my succession plan.
Succession plan.
In the sense that 5 years from now, I would like to retire.
You are retired. So what you want to just smell the roses and take it easy? What you do?
I will help out ACL as much as I can.
So you want to
I
devote
want
your
to
full
do
time.
charity.
But you got to have financial independence in order for you to do that. So you're going to have to find a way to sell it one day.
Whether it's sell it or to be able to operate in a profitable way.
Good. You're not profitable right now?
Yes, I am, but in the sense, continue to work in a profitable way.
Okay, well that's it. So my question also to you is, as you know, I sold my business in 2007.
Absolutely.
And I was only in business for about 11 years, and it was a good ride. It paid enormous dividend as
Yes.
for the personal financial things are concerned. But important thing for me is to help the others to succeed, and to make sure they can start the business, to make sure we can mentor them, to make sure that we share in their success. What's your thought on those area of topic, giving back and sharing, and making sure you can create the next generations? And
Absolutely.
Those are the next generation that will carry on, will be gone.
Absolutely.
So what's your plan? I know you have a kids also, if I remember correctly.
I have 2 kids, yes.
Yeah.
I have a daughter and a son. But I also want to help out employees within the company to start.
Very good.
And I have helped a few employees to start businesses.
So they can just go out and start the business, and you help them, you mentor them?
They still are connected. We mentor them. We form mentor-prodigy
They're not your
relationship.
competition yet.
They're not. Sometimes they are.
Yeah, sometimes they are. What are you going to do? That goes with the territory, right?
Exactly, yes. But within each product that we have created entrepreneurs as well within the company.
Good.
And as the products become more and more successful, I am giving them an option to spin off these companies as well. Based on a product, whether it's Manage ID or the product integration buddy and all that. Slowly and slowly we would like to get to that stage where if each one of them is independent and successful, then they can be on their own, and there would be an entrepreneur who would be leading that.
Wow, that's a wonderful ideas. My question to you also, because both of us came from India, we love our country. India always is too tall because of its inclusiveness and openness, and there is a little bit of concern. People are frightened of the India's what's going on in terms of there not being very inclusive and open society, right? Especially the threat on the religion and race in India, as you probably know, right? My question is, we are challenging. We are in this country with these new elections. We are still into the same kind of a stage. The poison, the debate, and the dialogue. This is not who we are as in America. America has always stood tall. America has always fought and always believed in the democracy and diversity. Those are the values that binds us together. So what India and United States can learn from each other? What are the values?
I think something that United States, according to me, has to learn from India is India's education system.
Education system. Besides being free, what else is there that they can learn?
Besides being free, the focus on education. That means everyone, every time I go to India, and every time I'm in a taxi or I'm in my friend's house and they have maids to help them out, they all want to focus on education.
Good.
They all want that.
They want their children to be to be a bridge builder, to get a good education, because it's a gift that keeps on giving and empowers the mind, uplifts the soul.
Correct.
That's what you're saying.
And
it also gives them dignity and respect.
Yes.
And that also they can carve out their future.
Yes, absolutely.
We have the same situation in the United States. The United States is the best country in the world in terms of the higher education. What we lack is the education in the primary schools and so on and so forth. There are about 45% of people drop out of the school. That's not the case in India?
India, the dropout rate may be much higher because of the population size.
Because of large populations.
But the focus on STEM is so high.
You're talking about STEM, science, technology, engineering, math.
Yes. Because those are the only professions, science, engineering.
Well, everybody cannot be scientists or the technologists,
but the
but
focus,
we also need people in philosophy and anthropology and politics also, right?
They're needed, but the focus, at least from the middle class point of view,
You're right,
is very high. And higher class can go into, drama, theater, which is all needed
which
for
is very
us.
important.
Yes, but from a middle class, I've seen, at least the society that I move in, the focus on science and math is so high that we all know a lot of kids will continue to be in that profession.
Well, it seems to me that the reason they do emphasize on the STEMs is because of the fact they will pay the dividend.
Yes.
And they're part of their future. And also they will create the wealth and build the prosperity, because it will give you exponential returns on their investment, without they believe in it.
I think sometimes I feel that is the only way out for them, in the sense.
Especially for India.
Yes.
But I'm an artist, and I'm a person with a drama and art. Art connects us, art inspires us. President Kennedy says art nourishes the roots of our culture.
Yes.
And I am into arts and culture very much, but the science technology plays an important role also. Sunil, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Yeah, you're most welcome. This is Frank Islam, wishing you a great week, and thank you for watching.